Hello everyone, welcome back to English with Bilal. In my last videos, I talked about adjectives and the types of adjectives, also the functions of adjectives. Today I am going to talk about adverb, the definition of adverb and the types of adverb. Dear learners, what is an adverb? How does it work in a sentence? And how many kinds of adverbs are there? I'll give the answer of these questions. First, I would like to describe an adverb. That means, what is an adverb? An adverb is a word or a set of words. Adverb is a word or a set of words. That means adverb can be a single word or it can be a set of words. That means some words will be used as an adverb or that describe. An adverb will describe or describes or modify a verb, an adjective and another adverb. That means an adverb is a word or a set of words that describe or modify a verb, an adjective and sometimes an adverb. It tells, an adverb tells when, where and how an action is performed. An adverb tells us when, where and how an action is performed or indicates the quality or degree of the action. That means an adverb tells us, gives us information about the action, where, how and when the action is performed. It also gives us information about the quality and the degree of the action. Normally, many adverbs end in ly. Basically, we can identify an adverb when we see ly at the end of the words, but not always. There are some words with ly, they can be adjective too. So it depends on the context of the sentence or the function of the sentence. So dear learners, let me repeat. An adverb is a word or a set of words that describe or modifies a verb, an adjective and sometimes another adverb. It tells us when, how and where an action is performed or indicates the quality and the degree of the action. Usually, an adverb ends with ly, but there are many other words that doesn't end ly, but they are adverbs. At the same time, there are some words that ends with ly, but they are not adverb. They play the role of adjective. So let me give you some examples here. First, Robin is always punctual. Robin is always punctual. Here, the word always tells us about time or when. So, always is an adverb. It's a word. And then second sentence, I love him very much. I love him very much. Here, the word love is the verb of the sentence, and the word very much is the adjective of the adverb of the sentence, because it tells us how. Love, how much love? Very much. And then he gets up early in the morning. Here there are two adverbs. First one is early and second one is in the morning. I have already told you about that. An adverb can be a word or it can be a set of words. Here, early is a single word that tells us about some time or when the action is performed. At the same time, in the morning is another adverb. In the morning describes or modifies the adverb early, but the early modifies the verb gets up. So sometimes an adverb can modify or can describe a verb, and sometimes an adverb can describe another adverb. In this sentence, early is an adverb. It's a single word. The early describes the action get, the verb get. But in the morning is another adverb here. It's a set of words. It also tells us about time. So this is also an adverb, and the adverb describes another adverb early. So dear students or learners, an adverb can be a single word or it can be a set of words. An adverb can describe a verb, it can describe a adjective, and also it can describe another adverb. And then he goes to his secondary school. I have already mentioned an adverb will provide three answers: when, how, and where. He goes to a secondary school. Here the verb goes and the adverb is a secondary school, because a secondary school means the verb is performed where to a secondary school. So it's an adverb. It's a set of words. It refers some time, place. That is why it's an adverb of place. And the sentence supply us the answer of where the action is performed. He goes to school. And finally, he finishes his lessons regularly. That means the verb is finish. He regularly. How? Regularly. He finishes how? Attentively. He finishes how? First. All are adverbs. All the adverbs modifies or describes the verb. How he finish. So sometimes an adverb tells us or indicates some quality of the action. Here the action is finish. How he finished the work? He finishes his lesson regularly. Here the quality of the action. Regularly, it's the quality of the verb finish. So, dear learners, an adverb can be a word, it can be a set of words. It can modify or describe a noun, a verb, an adjective, and also it can describe another adverb. It tells us the answer of 3 questions: when, how, and where. It also tells us some quality and degree of the actions. Now, I'll show you the types of adverbs. Dear learners, now let's talk about the types of adverb. Adverbs can be of many types. It can be many sorts of adverbs we have. So there are many kinds of adverbs. But today I am going to talk about 5 basic types of adverbs. So dear students, the adverbs can be of many types, but today I'll talk about 5 basic types of adverbs. So there are 5 basic types of adverbs. These are adverbs of type, adverbs of manner, adverbs of degree, adverbs of place, and adverbs of frequency. So, adverbs of time. Adverbs of time will give us information when the action is took place. Adverb of time tells us more information about the action when the action is taken place. That means it will provide the answer of when, and the answer will explain a time. So for example, recently I have bought a new bike. When have I bought a new bike? The answer is recently I have bought a new bike. Here the word recently is an adverb of time. Adverb of time because it tells us about the action of bought. When I bought the bike. Recently I have bought a new bike. So the action is bought. When? Recently. So the adverb describes the verb bought, providing the answer of when. So adverb of time is an adverb that tells us about time of the action. And then adverbs of manner. Adverbs of manner tells us the information of the action, how it took place. That means an adverb of manner will give us some more information about the verb, how the action is taken place. For example, I drive the bike carefully. How do I drive the car? I drive the car carefully. That means the word carefully is an adverb of manner because It supplies us the information. How I drive the car. That means these adverb of manner also describe the action drive. How I drive? I drive carefully. So, an adverb of manner is an adverb that tells about us how an action takes place. And then adverbs of degree. Adverbs of degree also tells us how much. That means the adverb of degree will describe an action and the degree of the action. That means here I have already told you that an adverb can describe a verb, an adverb can describe an adjective, and an adverb can describe another adverb too. In this sentence, I am so excited having the bike. Here, the word excited is an adjective, and the word so is an adverb of degree. That means the word excited, how much I excited. I am so excited. The word so describes or qualifies the word excited. Here the excited is a adjective and the word so is an adverb because the word so describes the adjective excited. How much? I'm so excited. So is an adverb and excited is an adjective, and the word so describes or qualifies the adjective excited. That is why it's an adverb of degree. And then adverb of place. Dear learners, adverb of place is an adverb that tells us about some place where the action is took place. For example, I have bought it from Chatpur. I have bought it from Chatpur. So I bought it from Chatpur. Here the verb is bought. And the adverb is Chatpur. From where I bought it? I bought it from Chatpur. So the word Chatpur tells us about the action where, about the answer of the question where. That means I bought where, from where I bought from Chatpur. So Chatpur is an adverb. It's an adverb of place. Finally, adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency tells us or gives us information about the action. How often I do the action. How often he does the action. For example, I always take fuel from a fuel station. So the verb is take and the adverb is always. The adverb always tells us how often. Always. How often? Always. How often do I take fuel from the fuel stations? I always take fuel from the fuel stations. Dear students, these are the 5 basic types of adverb. There are many kinds of adverbs too. I will show you some other types of adverbs in my next video. Till then, Stay home, stay safe. Allah Hafiz.